Good morning children, welcome to the class. Here I draw a line. Can you make the line smaller or bigger without modifying that one or without touching that one? దీన్ని ఈ గీతను చిన్నదిగా లేదా పెద్దదిగా చేయగలదా అసలు దీన్ని టచ్ చేయకుండా? Is it possible? Yes, it is. So by drawing another big line, we can make this smaller line. Or by drawing a smaller line, we can make this bigger line. So by comparing, we can say that this line is smaller when compared to this one and bigger when compared to this line. ఇలా చెప్పొచ్చు కదా కంపేర్ చేసుకొని. So ratio is nothing but the comparison of quantities. Comparison of two or more quantities of same kind is called ratio. We must compare the lengths with length only. If we are taking height, we have to take the heights only. We have to compare the heights with heights only, lengths with lengths, and weight with weight, and cost with cost. To find the ratio, there should be two or more quantities to compare. So comparison with one line we cannot compare. What can we say? Is this bigger one, smaller one, and heavier, whatever we want to compare? How can we compare? To compare we need two or more objects. So there should be more than one quantity. This is first condition, and the second condition is the numbers should be of the same kind. They should be of the same kind. Same kind means we can compare length with length only, weight with weight only. Compare length with length. And we can compare weight with weight only. If we want to compare the cost, then cost should be compared with the cost only. Like that, whatever we want to compare, we should compare the same things of same kind. They should be of same kind. To find the ratio, there should be more than one quantity and they are of same kind. And one more thing we have to remember is, of this they should be have same units also. Units also same units. What do you mean by units? Cost. If we take cost in rupees, we can compare the cost in rupees only. We should not take pice like that. If we are weighing the weight in grams, then we should compare all the quantities, we should take in grams only, not in the kilograms, pounds, like that. If they are given different units, then what we have to do? We have to convert into the same units. Then we have to find the ratio. These three we have to remember when finding the ratio. These are the three important aspects to find the ratio. Okay. Observe the first question. Can we say the ratio of speeds of cheetah to man? Here, the speed of cheetah is given as 120 kilometers per hour and the speed of man is given 20 kilometers per hour. So, can we find the ratio? So, depending upon this, we have two quantities. So, more than one, this is fulfilled, and same kind. So, we are measuring the speeds. So, of same kind, and units also same. So, we can find the ratio. What is the ratio? How to calculate the ratio? See here, the ratio of speed of cheetah is 120 and the speed of man is 20. He has given like this. We write the ratio like this. With the two dotted dots, we represent a ratio. Is to. Is to is, in general, in the flow we call east to east to east we say, but it is not east, but this is to. Two dots to represent the ratio. Is to. So 120 is to 20. Now we have to find this. By cancellation, we can find by 10 table. 10 1 is 10, 10 2s are 20, and 10 2s are 20. What we got? 12 and 2. Here again we have to write the ratio in the simplest form. So in second table it still further get cancelled. So let us do that one. 2 1 is 2, 2 6 are 12. So the ratio of cheetah and man is 6 is to 1. 6 is to 1. Like that we have to find the ratio in the simple form. We can represent the speed, the ratio in fraction form also. 120 by 2 also we can write. And by cancellation we get here 2 1 is 2, 2 6 is 12. So 6 by 1. The ratio is 6 is to 1. Even though we are representing the ratio in the form of fraction, fraction is very different from the ratio. Fraction and ratio are two different things. How? Let me explain. Fraction versus ratio. A part of the whole thing is fraction. A part of the whole thing. If I write 2 by 1, 2 by 5, so what is 2 by 5 represent? 2 parts are divided into 5 parts. 2 whole parts are divided into 5 parts. Isn't it? This is like this. But whereas in ratio, if 2 by 5 is given, then what is this? There are two quantities. There are two quantities. 2 is one quantity and 5 is another quantity. We are comparing those two quantities here. So this is ratio is comparison of two or more quantities, and fraction is only one thing, one unit is dividing into number of things. So this is very different from the ratio. But even then process of calculation is the same. Process of calculation is same. Very clear about the fraction and ratio. Fraction is only one unit. It is divided. It is getting divided into parts. One unit we are dividing it into parts. But here ratio means this is nothing but the comparison. This is nothing but the comparison of the quantities. It is not the comparison, it is division of the units. It is division. We are dividing the whole thing into some fractions. So this is nothing, this is different from this. But the process of calculation, everything is same. Okay. So we can represent the ratio in the form of fraction, but not the fraction in the form of ratio. Fraction cannot be represented in the form of ratio. Fraction ni manamu ratio laga represent cheyalemu. Kani ratio naite fraction laga represent manamu cheyagalamu. Got it? Is it clear? Do you know which aspect ratio makes constructions more attractive and beautiful? So while constructing the buildings, which ratio is very attractive and beautiful? There is one special ratio. The ratio is 1.618:1. If anything constructed using this ratio, we feel it very beautiful. It is very attractive also. That ratio is known as golden ratio. I made a special video on golden ratio. I will give you the link in the description. You go and check it. If A and B are two such numbers, and if they are in ratio, so we represent AB in the form of this. We read this as A is to B. A is to B, or we can write this as A by B is also. Can represent this A is to B or A by B also. This is called ratio. So ratio is nothing but comparison of quantities. If we compare, instead of quantities, if we compare the ratios by itself, then we call that as proportion. If this ratio is compared by another ratio, say C is to D, if these two are equal, if these two ratios are equal, then we call them as proportion, and we give the proportion sign like this. So 4 dotted dots we are using to represent the proportion symbol. This is read as A is to B is as C is to D. Like this we read. If these A and B, A is to B and C is to D, these two are the same, these are same, then what we get is product of extremes is equal to the product of means. Product of extremes means these two, A and D. Product of extremes is equal to product of means. So this is called proportion. If A and D is equal to B and C, we call those two ratios are equal and they are in proportion. Find the ratio of the following. We have to find the ratio of these following. So here two numbers are given, 5, 8. We have to find the ratio. So what is the ratio here? Here itself we write 5 is to 8. So this is in the simplest form. So we need to cancel. Now again in the second one, 10 rupees to 15 rupees. So how we have to write here? 10 rupees. In the same units he has given. So 10 is to 15. But this is not the ratio should be written in the simple form. So by cancellation by 5 2s are and 5 3s are, what we get is 2 is to 3. So this is the ratio, 2 is to 3. Now again what we has given in the third one, 25 kg, 20 kg. Here we have to find the ratio of these two. Units are same. So we can write 25 is to 20. But this is not in the simple form. So by cancellation, 5 5s are 25 and 5 4s are 20. So the ratio here we got is 5 is to 4. 5 is to 4. And let us see this one. 5 liters to 500 milliliters. Which is bigger here? 5 liters or 500 milliliters. So here units are given liters and here units are given in milliliters. So first of all we have to convert the units. 1 liter is equal to 1000 milliliters. 1000 milliliters aithe 1 liter. So what about 5 liters? 5 liters will become 5000 milliliters. Ante kada? So 5 liters and 500 milliliters ante 5 liters badal manam em raskochu 5000 milliliters. 5000 milliliters ratio 500 milliliters. We have to find the ratio like this. So by cancellating by 100 we get 50 here. Cancellation by 100 means we get here 5. And cancellating this by, let us cancel this one by 5. 1 is 5 by 5 table, 5 tens. So it is in 10 is to 1 ratio. There is another problem. 2 kilometers, 500 meters and 1 kilometer, 750 meters. So we have to find the ratio of these two. Let us convert. These are same units. Even though he is given in the same units, we get confused while solving such problems. So let us convert everything into meters. After that, simplify the ratio. So 2 kilometer. 1 kilometer is equal to How many meters? Okay, you are right, 1000 meters. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. So here 2 kilometers are given. 2 kilometers is equal to 2000 meters and 500 meters are given. So by adding 500 here, what we get? 2500 meters for 2 kilometers and 5 meters. 2 kilometers and 5 meters we get 2500 meters. And then what about here 1 kilometer and 750 meters? So here 1 kilometer 1000 and 750, so 1750 meters. Let us find the ratio between these two. Cancellation by 10 we get 10 2s are 20, 10 2 5s and 0. 10 1 is 10, 10 7s are 70 and 10 5s are 50. Again by cancellating it with 5 we get 5 5s are 25, 50 here, 5 3s are 15, 2 remainder, and 5 5s are 25. Again by 5 we can get, these two can get cancelled, so 5 10 is 50 and 5 7 are. So these two are in the ratio 10:7. This is the simplest form of the ratio. They won't cancel further. They won't be divisible by further. We can't divide those two. So, and now let us solve this one. 3 hours and 1 hour 30 minutes. So first of all, let us convert 3 hours into minutes. So 1 hour is equal to how many minutes? 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. And 3 hours is equal to 3 into 60, 180 minutes. And what about 1 hour? 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes. Here 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes and 30 minutes are given. 30 minutes, which is equal to 30 minutes. Then if we add 30 minutes, what we get? 90 minutes. So we have to find the ratio 3 hours and this one. So 180 and 90. So 180 minutes and 90 minutes. So these two are, we have converted these two quantities into same units. Then only we are cancelling them. So we are finding the ratio. Here 10 1 is 10, 10 8 is 18, 10 9 is 90. 9 1 is 9 and 9 2 is 18. So the ratio is 2:1. The ratio is 2:1. Like this we have to find the ratio. So here 40:1. No. What is 1 year? How many days are there in 1 year? 1 year is equal to 365 days. Approximately we write 1 year is equal to 365 days. So after converting into days we have to find the ratio. So 40 days in the place we write as it is, and in the place of 1 year we are writing 365 days. So now we can find the ratio because these two are in the same units. Now, so it is cancelled by 5. 5 8 ja 40 and 5 7 ja 35, 5 3 ja 15. So it is, the ratio is 8:73. Like this we have to find 8:73. Like this. Here I am converting 1 year into days, but not the days into years. If I convert this days into year, I get decimal form. So for the cancellation and calculations, this will be very difficult to cancel. So to simplify it very easily, we are converting 1 year into days. 1 year into days. Here also 1 hour into minutes. Like that we are converting. And one more thing we have to remember is, while writing the ratios in the simple form, we should not divide this into decimals. We should not take the decimal points, up to decimal points we should not do. So